The first video on Chris Heria's channel appeared 10 years ago, but since then neither his form nor his strength parameters have evolved, except for more tattoos on his body. But why Chris Heria doesn't progress and surprise us with new elements? Paying attention to every video of Chris, I think most of you have noticed that he appears in video without a t-shirt. So Chris is showing that this is the kind of result you can achieve if you train like him. But do you think his form would surprise any other professional, like for example Andrea La Rosa? Of course not. Moreover, without the right light, his body looks even more ordinary than in the usual training videos. I'm saying this to let you understand that his videos are primarily aimed for beginners. For example, look at the titles of his videos. Usually, it is phrases such as "the best 3 skills for beginners," 5-minute workouts at home that anyone can do this to get desired six-packs, and so on. So my question is, will Chris Heria's expertise be enough for beginners to train with his programs? The answer is obvious. After all, if we imagine 100 people interested in calisthenics in the form of a graphic, then the part of professionals will be no more than 3%. These people are already much better than Heria, and he has nothing to give to such an audience. But the other 97% can do much less. So the form and skills that Chris has now are quite sufficient to be at the same level to successfully teach these 97%.
It is the same reason why Chris Heria has the biggest social media audience in calisthenics industry. And always when I hear that someone says that calisthenics is dying, I pay attention to the audience that subscribed to Chris Heria. Isn't that proof that you cannot find anything more popular than that except maybe game sports?
Besides, there are always 2 options for the development of an athlete: amateur and professional. And the coolest is when a professional becomes an amateur. In this case, he is the most competent and can teach anyone what he was able to do himself. Calisthenics as a direction has been greatly transformed over the years. And if 6 years ago new elements and tricks surprised us, now they are more a way to diversify your training, to bring colors into it, to make you more functional and you as an expert more distinguished from the rest. But no way to surprise, unless you do something absolutely incredible. By that logic, Heria has made a decision to lock in at the level of progress he is at right now, and has essentially been all these 10 years. And I think that is very cool, because he is 32 years old now, almost as old as I am. And I absolutely support Chris's philosophy, which is that we train to live, not live to train. And it makes a lot more sense to determine the level of functionality that you are comfortable with, and the form for life that makes you feel cool. Also, calisthenics and elements training allows you to get high on the process itself. When you are working out in the fresh air and doing something beyond the usual biceps curls in a stuffy gym with hundreds of sweaty people.
For myself, I have decided that I always want to be able to do a muscle-ups, front lever and handstand push-ups, because these skills makes me feel more functional and strong. Of course, now I've forgotten how to do one-arm back lever or hefesto or some difficult skills from my past, because everything has its price, and I'm of course talking about injuries.
What's up, guys? I have something really serious to tell you. I'm actually just gonna have to sit down for this. I don't know how else to say this, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. I lost my full planche. Nah, seriously guys, I really did lose my full planche. It's not that serious, but to me it is. This is so crazy. And if you don't believe me, check out some of this footage from the last 2 weeks of me trying to do a full planche. It's pretty embarrassing. Now this is mainly because my arms have been injured, and every single day I'm waking up with my arms killing me. It's just like a burning, aching, very painful feeling in my arms constantly 24/7. So the last time I attempted a full planche was a couple months ago, and I couldn't even lock out my arms. It was so painful. I just gave up on it for a bit to let my arms heal until the last 2 weeks ago when I picked it back up.
After a month of training, Chris released his second video, where in the first attempt he held a full planche for 4 seconds. And this once again confirms the fact that even the most difficult elements are much easier to recover if you know how to do them well once. For example, I will show you my own result of the front lever before and after, with a difference of 2 weeks. It is no secret that Chris makes money on his skill set, and any injury can very easily not only knock him out from the shooting schedule, but also deprive him of the opportunity to train and shoot, pushing his level far back. There are plenty of such examples. You all know them. It makes absolutely no sense to study instead of the full planche, so-called Maltese, just to indulge your ego. After all, there are a huge amount of ways for this, with much less risk. For example, Chris recently appeared on the channel of Manos Midbo, a rock climber with whom we have also done videos. And Manos in turn tried his skills in calisthenics on Chris's channel. It is much more fun to see what athletes of different strength areas are capable of when they are thrown into unexpected circumstances. For example, Chris was very afraid of heights, and it was quite unusual to see how he could overcome his fear.
Like when it comes to heights, bro, everything changes for me.
Yeah, you're gonna go all the way up here. That's
What? No.
yeah.
Bro, I'm already shaking, dude. Holy
Boom! There you are, nice!
Also interesting from the video was that Chris's channel was the first training project that Manos himself started watching on YouTube. And as it turned out, it was Chris who motivated him to create his own channel. And now look at this, every videos on Manos' channel get millions of views. In addition to Manos, Chris is actively involved in other collaborations, such as the channel of popular blogger Brandon William.
Let's go, Sheldon. Let's go, Sheldon.
Summarizing, I want to say that, of course, calisthenics is a very cool and diverse sport. But when you have been doing one activity for 10 years, it is obvious that you want to develop in other directions in order to not to lose enthusiasm for training.
After all, if you represent absolutely any progress in the form of diagram, absolutely everyone's progress develops in approximately the following way. At first, there is a linear progress, because if you are a beginner, absolutely everything will work for you. Then you reach a certain peak, followed by a so-called plateau. After that, you have two options. Either to continue to maintain your level or to take a step further. Usually all professional athletes go through several of these levels before they decide to stop. The only question is who stopped at the what level. It is best to do it at the level you are comfortable maintaining for the rest of your life. Otherwise, why would you start down this path?
Well, if you like this video, make sure to check out this one to find out how to start calisthenics from zero level.